As a current college student, it is my duty to let you know that college is indeed a scam unless you are in one of these two groups. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up guys? Element here today to talk about college. So everyone's heard of college, right? And if you're a teen or even a little bit younger, you're probably right now thinking about, hey, do I want to go to college? Where do I want to go to college? And all the wonderful financial commitments that come along with that. You're probably looking forward to going there and meeting new people and learning new things. And for lack of a better way of putting this, getting acquainted with the college lifestyle. So I've been in a pretty good school in a pretty good major for the last 3 semesters, so I do believe I am qualified to speak on the reality of college life, especially at a bigger university. And I'd like to give my 2 cents on what I've seen actually merits being at college, and what I've seen is definitely not a good reason to be at college. And I'd like to warn you about the realities of what college is going to bring and the consequences you may have to face for making the wrong decision about your college education. So first off, let me feed you some numbers about how much college is going to run you. For a public university, it's going to end up costing you $104,108 for your 4-year degree on average. And that's in-state tuition. Out-of-state can even get a little steeper than that. For a private university, you are going to be spending on average $223,360 for your 4-year degree. And that is a pretty steep bill. Now, I understand that there are definitely ways around this if you want to take online college or live at home, but if you want the true college experience, this is the price you're going to have to pay. Now, what I'd like to avoid by making this episode is people spending the money just for the sake of getting away from home and getting out of Dodge and stuff you could do anyway without going into a lot of debt or spending a lot of your own money that you worked very hard to earn just to go to this place that really isn't that great anyway. If you just want to get out of Dodge, move to rural Alabama, start pumping gas for a year, and you'll either love it or you'll want to get back into Dodge real quick. I can't actually verify if that's true, but try it and see if it's better than spending the $100,000 to $200,000 in college. I'd like you also to understand that college is not nearly as fun as it's cracked up to be, okay? A lot of people like to talk about the party lifestyle and the new independence. It's not that great. One, the party lifestyle can have pretty terrible effects on your health, especially if you're getting what I would consider to be a more real degree. You're not really going to have nearly as much time to party as you think you are going to. And even if you're not getting that difficult of a degree, you really probably shouldn't be spending that much time partying if you want to get a truly good education. I've personally seen a lot of people in a state of exhaustion because of their studies. So if they take time to party on top of that, that's really not going to work out very well for them in the long run or even the short run. I've seen some pretty bad burnout up there, and I really don't want you to have to experience that. So now that I've spent all this time talking about why you shouldn't spend the money and go to college, let's talk about the 2 groups of people that I firmly believe should go to college because that money and that time is a great investment for them. Group number 1 is you are going on someone else's dime. By that I mean someone else is paying for your college education, whether that be a parent or another family member or a lot of scholarships that you worked really hard to get, or one big scholarship that you were just really lucky to get. Or you're just a super genius and all the colleges want you and just pay for it. One of my big life rules is that if someone wants to give you money, take it. In this case, someone is spending a lot of money to give you a good education, and for Pete's sake, jump on it. That's a free $100,000 to $200,000. Even if you're like, maybe I want to go to college, maybe I don't. Take advantage of it, okay? That's what I was able to do. That's what some of my other buddies were able to do. They saw the opening, they were given the opportunity, so we took it. You have to understand that even if you don't necessarily want to do what you study in college, if you get a half-decent degree, it is a really good asset for increasing your employability down the road. I'm getting an engineering degree, and that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to work in engineering for the rest of my life. It just acts as a signaler to employers that they can basically teach me about anything. Now, of course, I am specialized in a certain kind of engineering, so I'm definitely going to be inclined to work in that field, but I'm not necessarily limited as I would be if I were to just go straight into that field without a college degree and learn to trade from the ground up. So group number 2 often overlaps with group number 1, and that is if you're getting a specifically challenging or unique degree that will increase your employability dramatically. So a lot of times people think about STEM degrees, which is science, technology, engineering, math, but this can also go for business and marketing and finance degrees, anything that's going to make you employable right out of college and that is going to set you up for success. If you know that your investment in your college education will be repaid in not 60 years, but more like a 10-year or 15-year timeline, I truly think that the way to go is to get that college degree. Now, a little disclaimer and warning here is that being in this group takes a lot of discipline and motivation, okay? You're really not gonna be able to go out to those parties that you want to because you are putting in the effort to make this money that you're spending and this time that you're spending worthwhile. You're taking advantage of this college education that you have put in money or time to getting, right? With these fields, you really either have to love what you are doing or you have to be very driven toward a goal or set of goals. And this is a step along the way to those goals. I don't necessarily love all my engineering studies. I know some people that do, but I don't. This doesn't mean I'm gonna give up on it, right? And try to pick something that I absolutely love. This engineering degree is a step in the right direction for my end goals. So I say that as both a warning and an encouragement that if you don't necessarily enjoy what you're doing, that's okay. As long as you're working towards your end goal, it is most definitely worth it continuing on the path that you are on. Now, it's kind of sad to me that I do know of and see a lot of people outside of these two groups going to college, and quite frankly, it is just a waste of time and especially money. If college wasn't as expensive as it is, maybe it would be okay to waste that time because you're young and you still have a lot of time to make up. But that money is a burden that affects you for many, many, many years to come if you're not capitalizing on the college degree you could be getting for that money. I'm not saying that you can never have fun in college. It's definitely a great experience and you can grow in more ways than just the classroom and your financial or career goals, but you have to be smart about it and you have to allocate your effort properly during this time. If you are in one of the two groups that I discussed in the video though, I would strongly encourage you to look into college and look into specifically what degree you want to pursue and take steps to making that happen. Always, if you can, try to get scholarships. It's a great way to create relationships and to take that financial burden off of your college education. I personally have struggled a lot at college, but I've also grown in ways that I couldn't have imagined doing so unless I had taken this leap of faith into a direction I didn't necessarily want to up front. But now I am so glad that I did. So wherever you guys are in the process or whatever category or group you find yourself in, I wish you the absolute best of luck moving forward. I hope you found this video helpful or somewhat inspirational. If you did, please go check out the other content we got on the channel. And if you plan on sticking around, give the channel a subscribe just so you can see some of the other content that'll be coming out soon. With that though, I would like to thank you very much for watching this video and I will see you over in the next one.